our listeners out there.
Okay, we also get civil society representative. We don't get concerned over this issue and don't they raise a voice on them. As one time we've been getting at the studio on the same issue. David Indolo, content executive director, Right to Life Advocacy Network Salon. Good morning, Indolo, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, 98.1, and good morning to the listeners. And I want to say thank you for having me this morning.
Okay, we start with Taba Dauda, Professional Ed, Director of Surveys and Lands, Minister of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. Mr. Dauda, we start with you. We look at when you talk about Professional Ed and Director of Surveys and Lands, what are the mandates?
Well, the professional aspect of the ministry, the head of that, and I advise all the divisions in the ministry and also the political leadership. And my job is to ensure that we work alongside the statutory mandates and ensure that we manage the resource where we get as a ministry and as a country. We manage them well in the interest of Sierra Leoneans.
Manage them well. How done it on the happen over the past years then when it comes to land management and use in the country?
Okay. Over the years, we get a tenure system where it's a dual land tenure system. We get private ownership as well as private ownership and state lands. Now, in the Western area, let's consider private ownership. People have been claiming lands even where we not born it. We get people where they claim lands privately, where me and you two not born it. Then get them lands and then don't they sell them over the years, and then they utilize them as and when they like. Now we have the ministry's mandate for ensure say our cities are planned in as much as you may have your private property, but our cities should be planned in such a way that you don't get any effect on your neighbor, you don't get any effect on society. And that's the reason why we get waiting and they call the permit process, the building permit. We also get something like the planning permit we don't introduce. Now, you self where you get property, you don't get right for doing anything without the ministry approval or without the ministry consent. And that is why we ask you for camp for building permit. So before you go do something, we get for know what they do they allow say if you fit today. Okay. And also land itself. We get lands and when a state land, we they manage and we they allocate them appropriately to institutions and deserving Sierra Leoneans. And we also they allocate them in a way where it benefit Sierra Leoneans and dedicate them to for a purpose for which we know say every Sierra Leonean will benefit, either directly or indirectly through the services for which they allocate them. So in short, we ensure say we follow certain procedures in line with the laws for ensure say you will get a land, you utilize it the right way, and before you claim a land, you follow certain procedures and you forget it.
All right, you talk about you one of the people them or you all for advice some departments them and the political
and direct the affairs.
Yes, which kind of advice so far you done to get the minister?
Well, we have not only today or before this collapse that we done happen recently, we have been working on a lot of reforms, and we don't observe the issues that we're on the face. And the Ministry of Lands, as we speak, we are packed with a lot of activities that don't begin long before the bill the collapse. And one of the things you can remember in 2015, we institute the national, we try for develop a national land policy. The policy they speak towards all NTIA will happen, and some of the recommendations of the national land policy are now being implemented. We now for institutes those for develop or reform institutions and create new institutions and ensure say we review the laws of this country where they affect where not they serve the purpose as we speak now, because we also get laws and we don't be from the 18th century we are still using those laws, and in the early 19th century we still use the laws and they and fit now for the modern day society where they live. So We don't review a lot of them over the past 5 to 10 years. And we also don't conduct a lot of training. We do a lot of recruitment,
All right.
so that we'll get the manpower out there for meet up with the heavy task where we get.
Okay. Because the reason why I ask which kind of advice you give to the minister, I guess you yourself aware of some of the survey of them. Even some man they say not today, then they work, but some man believe say they work not the ministry. We can give documents to 2 people for just 1 land. The ministry aware of that?
Well, I just tell you, say, we get 2 type of land. We get state land, we get private land. Now, assume, say, you get your private property. How you they sell them, how you know they sell them, we not gonna know. The only thing we get control over now which document we the process. As we speak, I don't get this question times without number that the ministry gets a system whereby people and they get 2 people and they get document for 1 piece of land. And the short answer is no. The ministry need to do that. And we don't prove times without number, say, their land and they then claims and the way they see 1 person or 2 people and they claim 1 piece of land. It is either the land is a state land allocated by the ministries or somebody else, and another person claiming it privately. Okay? And when the ministry allocate land, no say na state land. If somebody go claim it privately, then there is something wrong. Either again falsified document where we don't prove, and we will get for sure evidences of that, or somebody else just sit down, they go sell land, we not to get them without the consent of the ministry. It's sit down in a corner, forge document them, and give person.
All right, then documents there where they can forge. Most them can get a signature of certain person at the ministry. How not don't they come about for investigate the one way maybe in signature can dip at the paper there?
Oh, well, where they look at the falsification and they get several ways people blame the falsified document. First of all, we get for state lands, we get what we call a lands office number. Every plan way we design, we get a lands office number. We have the unique ID for every property, and at that now you plan number. That particular plan it gets details inside where contain the geographical location, the coordinates. We need to give that same land to any other person, except you fail for develop the land on the terms and conditions for which we terminate them and we the other person. Okay. When it comes to the other aspect, we, like I said, we know the give land, the same land twice. Private people can take 1 land, then sell and give somebody at the same time, then take that same land and sell and give another person. I get why then they do that. I give an example. Somebody cannot sell a piece of land. Sometimes they get agreement with the person they buy them, and the person not be paying all the money. They don't delay. They decide for sell and give other person. Okay. Whereas the surveyor be don't go ahead, we don't sign that paper. The other person where they can't sell, where they sell the, we know they sign the documents in the. We they tell and say, go and get a consent from that person they will don't sign and within our records. Say you're no more interested in that land before we go ahead for signing it in the. Which normally then some of the surveyors can do. Then they go ahead and forge the document and they because they want to be paid. Well, again, most of the surveyors then we they regulate the licensed surveyors and the pupil surveyors where they work under the supervision of the licensed surveyors. Our website, we get the list of all the licensed surveyors, and also then they provide a list of all pupil surveyors where they under the supervision where we get record of. We don't publish them, we get all the details on our website. This don't they happen for years now. We don't they come on the radio and the TV. We tell people and where you want a surveyor, go on the ministry's website, all the information you need, you will get at it. If you not do that, you happen for bump into the wrong person in hand. It will mislead you and it will even survey property where you know say na government land.
Now, let me look at you earlier statement where you say una responsibility or part of for planning permits and building permits before somebody erect a house. Is it that all the hosts them where they don't erect now this country, Freetown in particular, get building permits?
That's a challenge. I will tell you say less than 30% of a house in they get building permits. Probably 30% is even over exaggerated. It is possible that even less than 20% get building permits.
So it's now, say most of the houses then are Freetown or Saloon not get building permits.
Well, more so in Freetown. Now, in the Western area, we staff strength at the ministry. It's over 200 and it's about 260, the entire Ministry of Lands. And the staff strength of 260, it contains administrative staffs. Technical staffs is just about 200. We get the provinces where we staff NDD, all the regions where we staff NDD, every district to staff NDD, and we get some staff sent at Freetown. The majority of the staff NDD at Freetown. And you look at the Western area, an area that was meant for a maximum population of about 500,000 people is now plagued with about 2 million people. And we don't see the challenges all they get for housing. And we look at we landscape, we get protected areas, our forest reserves are now being challenged. We see wetlands and people and they reclaim and they bank them just for beer. So you see the area where we start from here for go out for reach. It's so vast, it's so enormous. And some areas they're hard to reach. And they need vehicle, they need mobility for going to the area then.
So make we narrow this thing down now. We look at the recent accident to say or incident to say a 7-story building collapse, 16 people lose their life and 8 wounded bad one, plenty property spoil. This particular building, the person being get building permit?
They not get building permit.
You not get building permit.
Now let me tell you, this building not what they don't build. They don't build a building there for nearly 10 years. Okay. What thing that happened recently is that the person just they add Pantap recently. And at that time the challenge they get. Now the law say
and they add the baseline and that you not be get building permit.
No. Before you do any reform in your building, any adjustment in your building for take building permit. If you demolish, if you take demolition permit. If you do anything new to a building, if you take permit, okay. That one you not get.
Well, we get initial one.
Whatever if you don't get initial, that one that's something we will get for look at. And that's not some of the issues and we will be on the face way. Over these years, the ministry don't recognize and the ministry don't do a lot of reforms for correct that one day. Okay. And one of the things that we don't do so far, now for make sure say we develop what they call building code. This is not a law where not be ever did. Now a building code 90 sets the standards to which a building for how they for construct a building. Okay, waiting at the materials away for use, and waiting at the weight, the load, and they go out for check even on the soil bearing capacity. Okay.
Before we take break, Mr. Dauda, apart from that building there, we don't get other several buildings there we don't book. If you go up hill station, Komon-Tok, the same thing. Them build there get building permit or they not get?
They not get building permit.
All the one that we don't book so.
Most of the one that we don't book them. In fact, the one that we don't, the one in Komon-Tok and the other one them not get building permit. To my knowledge, if they get building permit, it is not today. It could have been long years. Okay. We don't ask we need for land and them. We don't ask when it's when they build and they book. We ask them they need the info provider.
All right. Continue for the week inside the program. In name na Tamba Dauda, Director of Survey and Lands, na the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Plan. We'll go for a short break. We'll continue the program. Good morning, Salon.
Do you know you can transfer money by airtime and pay all your utility bills in just minutes? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT Wall. With the GT Wall, you can transfer money from one GT Co account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT Wall, you can buy Excel anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT Co. Wouldn't you run a bank with us?
It's a brand new song for our customers. Ready back with us all over the universe.
Save small and win big. UBA, they celebrate 75 years of better banking service. And as alone, the bank done there for 15 years now. This na big celebration, and we want give back to we wonderful customer them. We don't make we business go find one for the past 75 years with the UBA Savings Legacy promo. Save small and get your own share on this 350,000 loans. 30 customer them go get the chance for win cash prize every quarter. Just put 2,000 loans and above na your account. And the more you put 2,000 and above na your account, now the more you go increase your chance for win more. No wait till kapu the chance now. Your legacy starts today. The draw them go happen inside September and December 2024. Join UBA for celebrate 75 years of excellence. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Money in my pockets, from what I want correct. Customer service with excellence. Now that's make with the top, now the continent.
The program is still listening to now. Good morning, Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we will bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Musa Kamara Naminim.
My name Usman Kamara.
And today they look at the issue of building permits and land management use in the country. And you don't listen to the Director of Survey, the Ministry of Lands, Housing, Country Planning. We now Tambadauda, we don't talk about the position and what they do so far for land management in the country. I want to welcome now David Indolo Conte, the Executive Director, Rights to Life Advocacy Network. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning.
The issue of building permit and land management now topical that they discuss since the rapid incident then as we get the disaster management representative the last year, about 31 people don't lost their life into accidents them with a building collapse and also fence collapse. And according to the director of survey this morning, most of them who say we collapse will not get building permits. What's in this mean for the country?
Okay, thank you very much. I think so. I don't say this time without number. The ministry of itself needs to take responsibility. Because if we get less than 30% of building within the capital city without a building permit, I will come to the conclusion for me then conclude them building then they. So then get a very big role for play. Because as I can listen to my elder brother, even the building will collapse. The one way happen, even how they call this place?
Hill station.
No, not Hill Station. Okay, I will come to that. Itself not get building permit. So if we get less than, because planning, I'm not going to come to planning because there is nothing like planning. Even if you go now Waterloo, when a new fine place, I go as far as Shabu Town. There was no planning. By right, before people that they come for building permit, the ministry of itself forget a cadastre, just like what you would have been discussed earlier, in a way that all land for they in a very, they forget a map system, in a way that they for able to know, say, this land, now Usman in land, this other land, now this person in land. But I will tell you, say, with the building permit, this is a clear manifestation. Even if you go to the cemetery na Sekila Road, they don't build, say they don't come at the cemetery, they try for drive the late people there now. But they're not able to stop that particular building for making it happen. And I know say my brother they shy away of this. But me they tell and say, document the way we don't come across. Majority of them, when you look at them critically, they're all authentic the same way. And then people that they go court, the same signature, and nobody no able go claim say this signature not to me signature. And nobody from the ministry up to this time not able to take some of them people there to court for say you impersonate or you sign me signature unbeknown to me. Yeah. And the issue of building permits, we don't say this time without number. The Ministry of Land, they are overwhelmed. And that one they are not going to shy away from them. They not even get enough staff. They get more volunteers than even when it comes to, staff them where they get appointment letter. And as far as I'm concerned, that also not a crime. Because for making you hold on to somebody for over 5 years without having a contractual agreement with you is bad. Look at the regional offices. If you go to Bo, they are dilapidated. They don't even have furniture. Even the director where they are the regional, not even get a vehicle, according to the report of the Auditor General's report 2022. They are overwhelmed with less staffs. But year in, year out, with the same budget. Year in, year out, with the same budget. And then budget there, even though they never honor their 100%, but they have been honored. So why we still get within the Ministry of Lands volunteers? Why we not get appointment? Because a volunteer can do anything wrong, you know, all are responsible. If you go to Obo, then get over 14 staffs who are volunteers, according to the Auditor General's report. So in this case, Right to Life, even though I'm serving on a 2 capacity, I'm also the National Coordinator for Civil Society Consortium on Public Accountability. So on normal circumstances, we don't do a very big survey. We get engineers as an organization, as a consortium, where they try to put 1 or 2 things in place.
Right.
I be done they say this. Sometimes I can pity some of the ministers the way they can at the Ministry of Lands. I can feel say some of them for don't turn down some of their appointment in day. Because if you go to the Ministry of Land, you still get this archaic laws. Then 1960 laws them in terms of land. All entity and a burden on the ministry itself. Right. If you go to the Ministry of Lands, you still get the same directors from the time go. And some of the things that also we find out is that past directors and some past ministers, allegedly, like if I get a land, the current director no sign, and they go to the past, then what do we do? We backdate them. So automatically, when they don't backdate them, I don't get them.
All right.
But the question here is, this man where we don't serve for 10, 15 years ago, sign a particular document, a permit, he signed a particular document, but that document is still within the system.
Okay. Now,
how it come out the system? So we need to ask ourselves, because that particular director is no longer working there. But because they don't backdate these documents, how they do get them inside the system?
All right. You think it's an attempt for let the ministry begin, prosecute some of the surveyors them or past member them not the ministry?
Of course. Of course.
Okay.
Even my brother at one point in time, there is a document where me get where they give the land, to somebody. Now this Ilcott Road. At the end of the day, another one Mr. Cisse and another Fuller guy own the same land. Now they don't divide that for me and get freehold. They understand now, say they say Lebanese man get that land. That particular matter, it ain't amiable. For one side of Cisse, when I try for investigate on that one day as well.
Right.
Yeah. Then when you look in some certain document them, I want Mr. Tambadaud and I, director, may I start for pursue people then where they, where they impersonate in signature, where they use in signature. Right. Because some of them document they will get, you will see one great land, the same location, geographical location, with signature, with the same person, the same name, but we did deny them.
But
why will not still bring them
but
to
according to the director, he said they not ever sign, paper or land for somebody for one great particular land, then get into 2%. He said that not the
case then they not court. Now I make us say, if it cases then they not court with 2 signature and land not to be movable. Not to couple and they sell. Say where they sell and a Makini, they sell and a. If it 2 people that don't come for the land, then say this other document is not authentic, sue the person to court. But we don't ever see that. We need for they suppose the Ministry of Land for the GUI report of people them where they go impersonate, of people them where they go take people then your land say this not the list. This man, he just go take that land, not to even get the land. If you go to the court, from High Court down to the Magistrate Court, there are a lot of, land issue. Then if you go back and look, I don't tell you, 10 get for cow, not again, no bearing ground. The only shame where the Ministry of Land or whosoever, where then the shame power, now for me to say now, the entire Freetown capital city not get a cemetery. If not, no cemetery, no day, now Freetown. where they not encroach, where they not build. And if there is no building permit, you bring the building down. Because I think they forget the power. If they don't have the power, let them push for that particular mandate in a way that when you build a particular place without a building permit and without a coded surveyor and without a seal how do they call it, engineers, because these are some of the things we don't lead to building collapse, because we get engineers, then get organizations, they even get an act of parliament don't make provision for professional engineers in a way that all engineers for don't register. So if somebody they apply for a building permit, what do? Who is the engineer we get for go construct? At the Ministry of Lands as well, and the Ministry of Works, because I will not take them out of this. Then get engineers, they wait for the visits, wait for the monitor on daily basis on them construction sites there. If it is building where then they build, if even okay, then there is another question. The Ministry of Land and the government of Sierra Leone protecting the people, even the one the way they sell them them blocks there, needs to be monitored, because we don't even know the block where they beat if there is sufficient material then they use. Because now people don't they say I need to go beat block. I just they go and buy block. Are they monitoring? Who is monitoring them? Would I get for look at the type of material where then they use? All of those things need to be. But I will not end my discussion if I not say the government need for give serious provision in the Ministry of Lands.
Okay.
They are understaffed. They will not go keep on they get volunteers. They not get vehicles for monitor. They not even get equipment. Look at people the way don't die. They like the people that they under dirty will not be able to pull them because they not get equipment. So there is no lesson learned from even the Montema issue. Down anything will happen at this country, my brother. That's the end. Even when it don't happen at Shell, we are just saying it here. In 2 weeks' time or in 3 weeks' time, it will tell like nothing not happen at this country. Yeah? And we really else need for role. We not see them take any action against the person who get the building. Even Parliament, the oversight committee where they look on renting there, they're not ever able to bring the person to book for sure. Say this person are in building because they understand. Say there was a warehouse right up this building. When the building shake, one of the bobo the way with the building because there was a container where they try for offload. When the building shake, the bobo say, it says something don't shake now this building. You know, they didn't tell us in a cushy don't take. So the bobo and driver, a common at the scene. So it's safe, according to our investigation. So it's high time somebody build 7-story building without a building permit. As a government, as a ministry, we left and take it done. And that particular building, there was a problem. People demonstrated, people's protest against that building because I be dustbin divided. No way, not the way they block a waterway. Automatically, and another building, they're close to them. But we don't see the Ministry of Land times without number. Then they mark red. I don't know whether in a brown envelope they pass. Then they mark the fence. Then they mark everything red X. But then they broke them. At the end of the report, they continue.
Okay.
So how they come to that conclusion?
Continue for stay with me inside the program. David Indolo Conte, Executive Director, Rights to Life Advocacy Network Salon. Today inside the program, Good Morning Salon, we look at building permits and land management in the country. We'll go for a short break. We'll continue for look at more issues inside the program, Good Morning Salon.
UTB, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you will transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, will send money to anybody and deposit and collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 billion loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
Emo,
Yes, darling.
You say you no get money this evening, but I take notice say you come with boku provision them. Make it no be say na trust you don't go trust them provision ya.
You don't wonder you say me trust? When you they talk about the magician and banking business na the country, Zenith Bank they number 1. You see them cardia na me an, then call them Visa and MasterCard. I can use them cardia, take money na any Zenith Bank branch na the country, any side, anytime, and any hour. I can use them cardia, do payments na supermarket, hotel, restaurant, pharmacy, or any shop where get POS machine. You can use them cardia do online payment for goods where you want pay for online. Any banking transaction where you do with Zenith Bank, you must get bank alert for inform you the client about your account transaction, or can even send notification via email or mobile SMS for you where can do deposit or cash withdrawal. For more, just go to Zenith Bank their office na 18 and 20 Rodin Street, Lumley, Kleintown, and Wellington Freetown, or then branch them na Lunge Airport, Bo, McKinney and Kenema, or can call 076 418 482 and 088 044 238. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. We continue for look at more issues. We take one power headline stories that will go say the officer in charge the child and adolescent mental health clinic the Salon Psychiatric Teaching Hospital, Dr. Elizabeth Aliyu say Pasmak Po and unemployment now some part the reason them for depression among young people in the country. Well, for more on this, we join Fenella Tonti.
Plenty time, people in the walk on our streets and they talk by themselves. This and other sign them na in white man call depression, where according to record now one way plenty among Salon people them. In the word of the late psychiatric doctor, Dr. Naim, majority of Salon population get mental health issue as a result of depression, and this na mental state where according to experts them na different thing them they cause them, like pasmak po, where make people they think pasmak, and this according to young people them now because they not get work and they think forget steam for it and other thing them make depression plenty for them. Let we listen to the young people there, where them they share the idea but depression.
What is the cost depression? Cost of living. Most of them, by the way, they take push through the electricity. They don't say that they wish for job. So man, after you don't know college, you don't come out university, you don't get job. You know what I mean? Eh? So fast you go to and then get. So all that they cause depression.
Well, I think saying stress where person gets frustrated over certain issues. So man can go into peer group pressure and that they cause depression.
Depression, they deal with physical mind and the mental mind also. But also it gets to deal with individual because some man is struggle where they go to physically, some mentally. Then they can cause depression.
Once where they cause depression at the country, now the affordability. If people don't afford something, that they cause to depression.
As way for help the country for reduce mental health issue and depression among young people them. Government for improve the living standard or the citizen them through job opportunity and other one them.
The government get for putting effort do one, then for create employment for the youth them because now they see potential youth them somehow we get skilled, don't lost control over the struggle. And then at order of the day right now, government got for create job for the youth man there, the young girl them back try for empower some. Because we're going to the beach side back, they see five picking there, where they get everything. They not let it. Instead, they sell them body. Where you ask them, go say, hey, I be ghetto, but and my family problem. You know, all the stress and this. The question, they get for the come and educate people more, talk to them, get more of counseling, projects them for youth, them, try for empower.
One way government for even tap depression for young people, therefore try for cater for the youth, job employment now one. Because a huge number of young youth out there, they don't get work. And also, one way back then for able to tackle the problem, let them make sure say the right thing will be done.
Let them create more factory than at the country, more employment, more job than for people them. Let people them get engaged on work because we watch around. Boku woman not the work, but woman not engaged, not even involved in this economy. They not give no contribution.
Dr. Elizabeth Aliyu, now the doctor in charge for the child and adolescent mental health clinic, na Salon Psychiatrist Teaching Hospital, as in be define depression from expert point of view, but how depression dey among young people them. Na Salon.
One thing wey dey cause depression, financial stress, like the economic burden, it depends from individual to individuals. Anything wey dey cause stress, wey it go lead to distress, trauma to that person, they end up leading now to depression. Depression na one of the major mental illness wey dey affect most people, and they range anybody it can meet, depends on how you able to handle stress. If you seek help earlier, you go be managed and it not go affect you day to day.
Dr. Elizabeth Aliyu and for call on young people them where they go through stress for seek mental health advice to psychiatrist doctor them so that they not go experience depression. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Fenela Edith Staunton, the report.
The program is still listening to our Good Morning Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As you get from one Pawi headline stories, them they get updates from the Salon Embassy na Iran on the status of Salon community na the Middle East, as different reports them don't show say tension there na this part of the world. And the Salon Embassy in Iran, then the oversee Lebanon, Pakistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iraq, Turkmenistan, and other countries. Them well online now. We they join Elizabeth Campbell, we na the information officer na the Salon Embassy na Iran, for tell you the status of Salon people Middle East, especially in Lebanon. We say plenty concern. Don't they come out this BN10 for SECA security of the Salon community. Hello, good morning, Elizabeth, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Yes, Elizabeth, from that background where I give to listeners and viewers of Radio Democracy, tension don't the the Middle East and concern don't they come out from Salon people na the Middle East, especially in Lebanon, as the embassy now the oversee the country Lebanon and other countries at the Middle East. What done they happen so far in terms of the status of Salon people at in the middle of the tension where they happen between Israel, Lebanon, and Palestine and Iran?
All right, thank you so much for allowing me for talk on this particular status of Sierra Leoneans in Lebanon and other parts of the country that we cover. Actually, for Lebanon, inside 2020, the ambassador Ali Badara Kamara, they opened the consulate in Lebanon. Usai, it allows Sierra Leoneans them for go and then go assist them, and protect Sierra Leoneans and within another part of the country. And this are the president Bio in Dream French say they open a consulate in Lebanon, for get a good relationship with the two countries them. And we've been get sad news for like use this medium for announce the passing of the honorary consul of the consulate in Lebanon, when Mr. Hashim, we just died the 22nd of September 2024 after a long illness. So on behalf of His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Marabio, the Ambassador Ali Badara Kamara, and staff of Tehran, Irania, and the government of Sierra Leone, we want to extend we heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and say hush to them as we thought and pray I will stay with them during this difficult time. May the soul of Mr. Hashim rest in peace. Now back to the question where you asked me. Since we don't get this information on the situation within the happen in Lebanon, on the war between Israel and Lebanon, the embassy they in constant communication with the staff them na embassy. We get a coordinator day after we the honorary consul be don't sick, nobody who can work. So we get a coordinator there by the name of Mr. Jawad. We now be on the coordinate with we throughout this time. And we don't repatriate about 25 Sierra Leoneans there about 4 months ago, because with them they don't get this scary news say like a war will get for take place in Lebanon. We don't repatriate about 25 Sierra Leoneans them, and we still repatriate them through IOM, when are the international organization for migration, we they assist in that trend. And few days ago, I will tell you, say we don't even send but 100 ETC, the emergency travel certificates na Lebanon for Sierra Leoneans them. And few days ago, I get a call from the Ministry of Information. They said need how we go assist about 9 Sierra Leoneans that we work in Saloon. So we go for coordinate with them and send them na the consulates na Lebanon for ensure say them process them documents.
Now
the situation actually ends na Lebanon. And we get 15 Sierra Leoneans where they don't process the documents to IOM, but they're not able to fly with them because the airport's closed. They don't suspend flights currently at the airport. So now that's so far we get.
Now, when I get the statistics of Salon people we live in Lebanon and other partner Middle East as an embassy.
Well, actually, I talk about Lebanon because the other parts them not just like a few are able to say that. Like we get about 627 Sierra Leoneans within our database in Lebanon, because the time we Ambassador Ali Badara Kamara be open the consulates in Lebanon. Then we invite a lot of Sierra Leoneans that we've been dating, and then we talk to them for let them tell them company for come now the embassy let them know say then they around for protect them. So we don't get a total of 627 Sierra Leoneans them with the database.
Now
and we don't 122 through IOM.
You talk about ETC way the embassy the work with the government of Salon for send for Salon people in Lebanon, but just earlier this week we see other nationals them they send private jets or flights for go take their citizens them. Apart from the ETC, the emergency travel certificates where Salon they send for the citizens them, any plan they for lift them from that country they through a private jet or a chartered flight?
Well, actually, just I can tell you, we work with IOM, we are the International Organization for Migration, because now through them, we don't do the repatriation, and all anything and they for we citizens in our party. So now we work closely with them for see how they go able. But currently, I can tell you, they don't suspend flights. Not that they're not able for repatriate, but they don't suspend flights at the airports in Lebanon. But maybe then go able for like open them back, then they go able for repatriate more of Sierra Leoneans them, because the process they own, even the 15 them who they don't do all the process, some they back way their process they own. Now we just want your reward now say they don't.
The news disturbing from Lebanon. The news disturbing about Salon people in Lebanon, plenty don't homeless now. Apart from una the wait for make airport open, any center they will say una they gather this them people there for so that they go get home. So they determine they go take them day.
Okay, then get the Sierra Leone community within Lebanon. We headed by this coordinator, we they in charge now of the consulate by the name of Mr. Jawad. We they coordinate with some 200 Sierra Leoneans, then we don't go find place shelter for them. Like I tell you, we in constant communication with the consulates in Lebanon. They don't go find shelter for them, and then they provide food and all for them. As I speak, yes, I will able to tell you the one that we able to get, who we able to get onto. They don't come, and then they're a safer place as I speak.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth Campbell, the Salon information attaché na the embassy na Iran, we the cover Lebanon, Pakistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iraq, Turkmenistan, another country na the Middle East. Let's thank you for joining me in Saturday edition of the program Good Morning Salon. We will continue to get updates with for sake of the status of Salon people now the Middle East as the peace they deteriorate in that part of the world. The program Good Morning Salon they continue to go for a short break. We come. We continue the director of service at the Ministry of Land.
Any hour where you sleep and wake, you dey ask yourself, wetin GT Bank get for we again? Well, GT Bank gladly for tell you say, anybody can do MoneyGram and real money service na any GT Bank branch near you and receive gift wey go make you at gladly. E no mean say pass you be GT Bank customer o. E like you not to customer na the bank, just waka go na any GT Bank branch near you and do you real money or MoneyGram service and receive fine gift from GT Bank. GT Bank, it go better you bank with me.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. That pardon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Delivering God.
Now 5,800 new euros you for pay.
I want for pay you with me card.
Card?
Yes. You don't get POS?
No. A cash number I dey take.
Sorry, I not get able to buy now. I know they work out with boku money na me hand.
Wait.
You've been a 7,200 million. Na cash you want pay?
Yes. You get problem with that?
Yes. I'll not take cash. More like where the money boku. You not get bank card?
No.
Sorry, I not go able to sell you. I don't want keep boku cash na ya. Make the no can't tip me.
Do money business with Colat. With Salon Payment Switch, you can take money with your bank card na any banking ATM. And you can pay for anything what you want na side we get any bank POS. So, if you don't get bank card, go na your bank now and go take one. If you don't get bank account, na for make us open account na any bank. If you na businessman or businesswoman and you not get POS, na for run go na bank today, make them go give you one so that your customer then go able pay direct na your bank account. Salon Payment Switch. Fast, easy, safe.
The program Good Morning Salon still continues. Still inside the studios, we get the Director of Lands, not the Director of Survey and Lands, not the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning by the name of Tamba Dauda. Before we go for material and take that phone call, Indo mentioned a lot of things there. One get for do it, the understaffed that una get more volunteer than staff. How true about that?
That's not true. We get interns them. Okay. The last time, I think me and my brother will meet up na Epic Radio. Also try for make that clear. We get people that way they can at the ministry. It's a public ministry. We get people that way they can as if then they come for business. Okay, but they are not part of that ministry. And
you come for business. Which kind of business?
Well, all ministries are ministries where they render. Business ministries. That where they render services to the public. Okay, so then they come for get our services that we render. Okay, and some of them they come as them people and they, but not to actually service them they come for. Then they can't pretend as if they work for the Ministry of Lands. But how do you decipher the set of people in the form, staff and they work at the ministry? As I say, we don't take a lot of actions for the past 4 to 5 years. We don't do a lot of reforms. We don't drive some of them people and they pretend as if now they then they work. We don't prosecute some of them. Some of them they jail now, and some of them we don't actually get rid of them completely. And as we say in that direction, we don't establish a special unit at the police force where we call the Land and Environmental Crime Unit, because this is a special unit in the police where they are housed at the OSD headquarters, where then they look specifically on land and environmental crimes. We don't report a lot of crimes to them, and we take action. Like my brother said, you're not able to foresee one action we don't take. I will invite you for going at the OSD headquarters, talk to the crime officer or the CID officers in charge at OSD headquarters under the Land and Environmental Crime Unit, and you will see the cases them who don't present to them. What thing we get for do now for present a case to them at that point, and you will see the evidences and who don't tender, tons and tons of evidences, including falsification of documents. Okay, we don't send a lot of them to them and then investigate. Some have been charged to court, and some have been some are presently running their jail term. Where you go, you get more information, and we also don't put together, and the minister try for present them in one of the press conferences, a catalog of falsified documents. You see somebody get a falsified document for over 400 acres, 200 acres in one. The Ministry of Lands will attack them people and we attack them, which they get a lot of challenges. Now you go ask again, waiting at the action we don't take as a ministry. We they present the one and they then go na police, then they charge them a court. But what happens in the court, we don't have control over that. And me brother, they also talk about documents that have been falsified. I've been beginning mention about how they falsify documents. It don't necessarily mean say that direct or in signature they did not in sign up. Okay. Then they cut and paste. We get what they call cut and paste. Then they cut sideway director on sign I plan, go paste sample. Waiting we they able for detect from that is that we get a unique ID for private property. We get what they call LS number, the licensed survey number. Okay. And that number there is a unique ID. If I say LS 456 of 24, it means it is the 456th document that has been processed and signed by the ministry in 2024. Okay. So as you can see, there is no way you're going for duplicates and documents in there. So any other document where you see with that same number, now somebody don't cut out from that particular plan and put on there. Okay, we don't have control over who that they do that one day. Okay. But wait till we get control over now for identify, say this is fake, or pursue them, we make sure say we report them. And we've done that, if not hundreds of times. And we will get a lot of, you go to the OSD headquarters, you ask for the Land and Environmental Crime Unit, you go see, you go talk to the officer, then we'll give you more information on that side. Then also, we talk about how we will demolish some of the structures in the, my brother, we have been demolishing those structures a lot. The one the way they collapse and then they do all our attention. The one the way they demolish, like I said, we they do a lot of them demolition activities that are out there. But we know they come for present and say, we don't go demolish and that you don't go demolish. If my brother wants the statistics, we can give it to him. We demolish a lot of structures and they on a daily basis, even yesterday. All right, we did some, you see.
So what about the one that Shell we for on this PNTM in order na corner? Is it that the ministry not me the CM during the term with the person in the bill?
No, you see, we staff them goodie. We staff them goodie. Then even mark X at the place, like my brother said, where you go mark X, the brown envelope and give them. That's not the case.
So it happen now, then go mark X.
But they mark X for demolish and ask una for quit commodity. Now,
when actually una me mark X na that place.
Before we get a concern, the same concern with the public they raise, somebody just they add part of this building and that place I'm in dirty box. We get about a month before the building collapse. We get record of that. My brother is also invited to the ministry for see that record day. We get information where we even invite the people for camp.
Right. So almost
they not come with a permit for do any addition of that. We try for stop them, but then
so when it comes to days una can take a month, we una don't mark X na a certain building for loan aboka.
Well, we ask them for quit commodity, and normally we ask the people for demolish the building itself. But what the law say, That's the reason we make they reform the laws, or they review the laws them. Waiting make they say when we get houses and like that one and they you didn't just go demolish them. You go demolish and just they get a lot of my brother and civil society organization, they go grab and now. We don't go book people out. So what will they do? Will they go now? Will they go see court order? And imagine how long it take for get court order. And that's the reason why we review the laws there. And we ask them for let them join we as a ministry for let we ensure say we capture within the reviewed laws, empower the Ministry of Lands for demolish without recourse to the court. Otherwise, we find it difficult. By the time you wait for let you get the court action, something else, people they don't already go, they resign at them building.
As soon as still wait for the they still look inside the reverse code, building code, we can look at briefly. Would I get that building we collapse that share?
Now one Fullerman or so, we they put up that building there according to investigation so far.
No, we draw the tribe and use the name.
Sorry about that. Well, I not sabi the name, but that's exactly which I not get the name. But we still wait for the investigation. We don't launch a serious investigation on that, but that's what we have so far, and we actually wait for the full investigation. But one thing we know is that we don't get an information that building they don't build a long ago. And then just they do addition recently that is not permitted by the ministry, and we don't go there, we don't stop them, but they still they continue.
Sambadauda, professional head, Minister of Lands, Housing, Country Planning. We will come back to you. They look at the reverse building code briefly before we end the program. Good morning, Salon. We can see from 98.1 FM. Usman.
Inside the program, we take one of the headlines to them. Also, the president for the Salon Football Association, Thomas Daddy Brema, say Victor Lewis, and the current chairman for the Premier League board, as he said, they engage the executive committee now for get board chairman we go run the league. Well, Jaffaman Davis get more and gonna report.
Sport. Now, one thing where they help for bring peace and one word in a country and football, not a secret against them at the game where people like past all other sports and a salon. With this, don't make plenty attention they now on the game in development and play one, particular on the National Football League. And this, don't left plenty people with question or make government. They explain to them how they spend taxpayers' money on football. Victor Lewis, now been the chairman for the Premier League board inside the 2023-2024 Lyon Premier League. Inside statement, it starts first for explain how he used the couple, what he gets from government and Lyon for run this league.
Lyon gave $80,000, which is 1.9 billion by then. Government of Sierra Leone gave 2.9 billion. Put together is 4.8 billion between government and Lyon. 18 Premier League clubs. Each club was given 185 million euros, which is 3.3 billion. So just the Premier League clubs and those match officials don't take a total of 5.3 billion. Then when Lyon and government don't give 4.8 billion, the rest of the money comes from the Football Association. When the time reaches, you'll get all the figures involved.
With this update, the next thing now for make Victor Lewis tell the public, but the latest on the prize money, where the winner and runner-up na the Lyon Premier League forgets.
For the last 3 Premier League, prize money given to teams has always been difficult because of how funny it is. Yes. The last 2 Premier League that they ran in this country, the board did not able to give the prize money. The SLF has to come in and assist. You can go and check that. And this one, when at the Bow Rangers and Banter, we issue a statement, see, before the kickstart of any football for the next league, they issue the they don't solve it.
People who don't follow football issue them go know by now say, inside September this year, 2 press release them be come out. Also on the 27th, the Salon Football Association will appoint Victor Lewis for continue for run the 2024-2025 Salon Premier League and end on the 28th of the same month. Other press release been come out back from the association. We deny this appointment. And this don't make the public now still they struggle for understand. Also one panel to press release here for believe will make the president for the Salon Football Association, Thomas Daddy Brema, make this statement, but Victor Lewis in position now.
Because we no one left vacuum, Victor had run a successful league last year. And to me, the honest thing to do is to continue with Victor. But the executive committee, of which I am the head, is responsible for such pronouncement. But I am consulting with my people. If we don't get everything right, and now we get small adults for this Victor Lewis in business, we go sort them out.
but as plenty term, play back in there between different Premier League clubs and for sake of player and signature. Make the president continue for talk about waiting the association they do now for can solve their issue. Yeah.
Of course, when I always say we'll be the talk about the FIFA Connect, the acting general secretary don't ignite that. So which means when I not go here again, they say that player they be the Lions, but he don't come now Blackpool. How? We not agree that fed we don't take the game to a different level. You now have to register in a system supervised by FIFA. And I'm not sorry to say this. That system closes today. In Liberia, the former president, George Okonwe, in team don't relegate because of this. So I'm using this opportunity for talking here. Quick, you have to register. If you not register, you don't have to blame us.
Now, true say, now government they give the biggest support for sports development in the country. So let me listen to Usaiden Kopoya on the go as the executive director of the National Sport Authority, Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullah, been there explain.
As of Friday, the Female Premier League Board don't send with the annual report, including narrative and financial report. We talk to the Male Premier League Board for also follow suit. And the government is willing to put resources into the next Premier League once we don't clear all of these issues on the table and doubt on it. So the sports basket fund is big for us. This year, government gave NSA 99 billion. Finished. The Ulster alone took 99 billion for 6 games to travel back and forth. So we are saying, private sector, all of us, taxpayers, put some money into a basket fund where we will left for the go and buy government every day.
With this statement, word from football analysts then now that because now Leon Stars no more they take plenty and the support where government they give for sports development in the country, the Ministry of Sport and the National Sport Authority for begin look for sponsor. We're going to support the national team. Radio Democracy go continue for Fala, waiting go be the way forward on this. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Jaffermans Davis, the report.
From that report today, we take work about inside the program.
Another morning again. I say Wednesday, man. I say Wednesday. I say. Ate Pambu, Ate, if you no be no, I tell you say, Ate, all minister, then say, in Shafu don de Kamayengba. Nakebo, ate usto minister begin Kamayengba. Ate because na denge for the law. Ate you know say we got the vex pampotin. Ate na that thing the we boy we man denge Kamayengba. I like a picking another green. Ate woman in glass picking like I say the kind one we go promote this in term. We get power to down the moon, I go give them pass for that one day. I say, what's happening? And then tell me to walk about. Then say, oh, minister. Then say, no, to getting no. I say, which people, I say, some of them, Lord, and people, the way they face, when now, I say, some of them things, and they don't go up in you. I say, pass where the person can get deal for talk. After years, the Komon-Tok now, the look, sitting at full action, bang. The boy, stand inside, not about waiting this out. I say before minister come by this speaking. This speaking not for saying anything. Oh, na madam, my jam, speaking trade. And something that they behind the coachman at me. Man, not the team up before me again. Next time, man, they begin to grammar for me. I say, oh, Shifu. I say, Pambula, say, if you know, be no. I say, Madame on top. I say, some press release. You know, be no, eh? It's ain't waiting on like right now. It's a jump party fancy. It's a waiting on like right now. Now them people where they make like say. They're not they eat, but then they eat where put them more time and come before. Waiting all like them people where they come, they make like say, they let people not them back them not beat enemy. I say all this talk now like I say both side is talking they go so. Now they say what about you know say na inclusion. Now say waiting. I say bo, I say two say talk me, I say I say this baba they go into toes, oh, I say they step on toes. I say don't begin step on toes now. I say don't begin mass footy them. I say things they happen I mind. I say things happen. She play party then now that they say, "Bra you bingo, me no bingo." Also mu come out now say. Me prayer, why they pray, that me governor class in prayer, anything you hide na the dark, who can I hide? Me na don't work about.
The program na Good Morning Salon will come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Still inside the studios, we get David Indolo Conte, the Executive Director, Rights to Life Advocacy Network Salon. Indolo, you don't hear much from the director. Waiting at the way forward at this time.
Well, I don't listen keenly to what the director say. And as Sierra Leone, it's high time we start to think out of the box. Because reason being, yeah, they say where you talk pande dog, you also get for talk pande bone. With government, self gets a very big responsibility. Yeah. When we they follow, because I'm part of the team where they follow up the financial hearing, now we just say budget hearing at the Ministry of Finance. Just like me don't say this, even though the professional head and they look at in job, but us as civil society, where we see black now black, where we see white now white, the ministry itself, may nobody not like you. It's not good for right home about. And when I go through my records, when will be the monitor, when will be the get the public hearing on the financial institution, when at the Ministry of Finance, it happened for BCA, I think say the ministry, and Mr. Sambadao I asked will agree with me. They submitted something like 13 billion. The only way they give them is something like 1 billion. And if you go now the east part of Sierra Leone, the regional office, even photocopy machine they not get, scanner they not get. Some of them think they documents when a sacred document, pardon for good one a cafe.
Okay.
And which we will get small knowledge about IT. For anything where you pass through, if I want to get some parts of the system, are they are they able to save us somewhere where I will able also use that one day. Now the ministry of itself, which you don't know, you know, sometimes when people they work for government and they afraid for talk, we can get problem. Waiting they disturb you, Sam. I don't talk if they are understaffed. They're not able to monitor the entire country. Right. And one day they not get vehicles. Yeah, they not get photocopy machine themselves. They not get.
Okay.
You they get me? And if you get for monitor all the activities there, you get for get vehicular movement. You get for get vehicles, okay. And also the money where they give to the ministry of itself. And I don't like you ministry they count money.
All right.
Yeah. Then second and the last word, may then try to equip the Ministry of Lands and ensure say the Ministry of Land take the responsibility. Then yesterday, because I know come on if I'm not talking, I don't see waiting with messengers then. They facing at this country from foreigners, from big people. Yesterday, waiting we do. We get issue with the Maki factory, cement factory. We get for deal with violation of labor laws, non-payment of NACITs and all other things, allegedly. When we write them, we as directors, we decide to go deliver this document. When we reach, we meet the Makin himself.
Okay.
That guy there for tell we say, "Na dream with a dream." He used all abusive language.
Okay.
But we get for call on una. No, they call on a press conference.
We will offend them. Yes.
Yeah. But this happening thing, when the Ministry of Works, the Ministry of Labor, then get a very huge work for do. Then they could copy. We get for count una copy. We copy una the letter the media.
We will offend.
So please, Papa government.
So now look at all the challenge and the loaner or the policy owner they look into it the building code, how this reverse building code go solve all the issues there. So
well, the building code now is sort of a document, a kind of law where they specify, like my brother they talk about the type of blocks them where you go use, the type of iron rod, the type of material, and it also specify penalties for contractors. It specify penalties for you who own the house. It contains a lot of details. Everything that is being asked during this for this building and the collapse is being responded to by that law. So that is a kind of document they put together. As we speak today is Wednesday, the minister, the tenor and the cabinet, that one also you can go and verify. And when we don't start that process before this building collapse, we don't start long ago. We work with a lot of consultants and we work with a lot of civil society organizations. Our processes are very inclusive and we discuss a lot with also other players there. So this is something where we identify where we don't see long ago. And because of our recent actions of the ministry, we don't attract a lot of World Bank grants. You see, two SLEDIP, two Russell P. Then they support you a lot because of the action they say. And we will know World Bank, we know say they know we pour them on who side they need to see effort. And this sort of thing they don't start. The Ministry of Lands has been ahead of all of this long ago. All waiting we need a facelift.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me in today's edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Inimna Tamba Estauda, Professional Head, Director of Surveys and Lands, Minister of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. Today we look inside the issue of building permits and land management issues in the country, and we've been seeing we get David Idolo Conte, we are the Executive Director, Right to Life Advocacy Network Salon. Plenty thank you for joining us in today's edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Well, this edition of the program Good Morning Salon go left you for today. Plenty thank you to the production team, Michael Sambola, Mange Mansare, Yeno Kabia, who support to put the program together, DJ Sugarcane for technical support, Joseph Songa, Fatmata Samura, and Jaffa Manslevis for make una see live na Facebook. So till then, Musa Kamadesi, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
My name is Usman Kamara.